and let us all do we can to build a better future.
All right. Well, once again, corporate media is going all in to smear Dr. Cornel West and third-party candidates because they know they have nothing. Yes, vote blue no matter who. This is going to be a full-on attack of the Democrats and corporate media, the authoritative sources, the same authoritative sources that are losing everything because Facebook and all of social media are realizing that, well, the juice isn't worth the squeeze with corporate media. And, oh, no, they're raising the alarms that third-party candidates are bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Because here, once again, we see CNN that's going under. The curse of third-party presidential candidates. There's a curse. Oh, no, there's a curse. Now, this article came out last month on July 17th, but this was a prelude of things to come because we're now seeing just how exactly how desperate corporate media truly is because they want to stoke up fears. Now, again, if you're a vote blue no matter who person that's telling us we got to support Biden because Trump, oh, God, no, it's Trump. Trump is running for president again. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. But apparently there's a curse. The viable third-party presidential option is a fever dream of American politics. Oh, okay. But that won't stop the Green Party or the Libertarians from fielding candidates every election year, as they should. As they should. What do you want me to say, CNN? No, I'm happy that the Green Party and Libertarians are doing that. And this year, oh, God. No Labels is a Republican, Democrat, think tank operation. They're centrists. They're filled with Democrats and Republicans. They're not mavericks. They're not good people. And this year, the centrist group No Labels is trying to achieve ballot access for some kind of third-party unity candidate, although details are not yet entirely clear. It's always possible that some unstoppable political force could rise up to upend a two-party system that has traded power during everyone and their grandparents' lifetimes. Anything is possible. Yet the evidence is that third-party presidential efforts are doomed to failure and play a role of spoiler. How can they spoil something when it's already rotten, geniuses? No wonder no one's watching your shows anymore, CNN. Rather than the viable option, these candidates struggle to get on the ballot in every state because there's rules and regulations that stop third parties from being on the ballot, from being on the debate stage. I've covered this for years here in Illinois, what the Illinois Libertarian Party has to go through, what the Illinois Green Party has to go through, what independents in Illinois have to go through. I've interviewed candidates outside of my state that are trying to get on the ballot, to get on the debate stage. Again, look, they lack grassroots turnout operation. They get even unengaged voters to the polls. Their support falls dramatically by election day. Oh, really? Look, they're bringing up the track record. They got to bring up Ralph Nader because of Ralph Nader, we got that horrible Bush. No pun intended. Get your minds out the gutter. What, the same George Bush Jr. that has now been rehabilitated and constantly gets hugs from Michelle Obama and was dancing with Ellen DeGeneres. Mark my words. This will happen. Now, obviously, Ellen DeGeneres no longer has a show. But somewhere down the road, when Trump is no longer president, that's right. I said that just to trigger vote blue no matter who, indicating that he might get reelected in 2024. But let's just say there's going to be a show similar to Ellen DeGeneres, and Trump's going to be on this, going to be invited on, and people are going to be clapping because there's going to be somebody else that's meaner than Trump or scarier than Trump, and Trump's going to be dancing with whoever that person is, and Trump's going to be like, "Oh, that guy's just a meanie." Don't worry, Trump's image is going to get rehabilitated too. It's going to happen. Mark my words. The recent years in which these main alternative parties do relatively well, 2016 and 2000, right? Because again, they're saying that they're spoiler candidates all around. And of course, then you have big brain geniuses like George Takei. I never liked this character, Sulu, anyways. I remember the 2000 election. Oh my. There were enough votes for Ralph Nader to hand the election to George W. Bush. Oh my. I remember the 2016 election. Oh my. There were enough votes for Dr. Jill Stein to hand the election to Donald Trump. Oh no. In 2024, the Green Party is running Dr. Cornel West. You didn't even spell his name right, buddy. It's one L. Oh my. I can't spell. It's one L. One L. And where's the doctor? Where's the doctor for Dr. Jill Stein? I'm a stickler for spelling. I'm like that Roman centurion from The Life of Brian. Brian. Gonna make you spell his name 100 times. Let's not repeat this history, friends. Oh my, your vote is not a marriage. Ooh, you're not choosing a life partner. It's a chess move for what's best for the country and the world. Oh my. Freaking loser. Because here, check this out. Green Party candidate, Dr. Cornel West. Again, ABC, where's the doctor? Owes more than $500,000 in taxes and child support records. I don't care. $500,000, that's nothing. There are heavyweights who owe millions upon millions of dollars. Dare I say it, billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. All right, and they're currently serving in office. Hey, ABC News, you ever going to do a segment on how our politicians are doing insider trading? So again, they have Dr. Cornel West, philosopher and presidential candidate, Dr. Cornel West. Currently owes more than $500,000. I don't care. Between unpaid taxes, I don't care. Records show, again, I don't care. All this stuff. They're saying what he owes. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Remember when Trump had that debate with Hillary Clinton in 2016? When she said to him, you don't pay your taxes. And Trump said, yeah, I know, because I'm smart. Looking back at that now, I have to agree with that. And by the way, there are politicians serving in office, ABC News, that are far more vile, far more corrupt than Dr. Cornel West. You know, just throwing it out there. But again, they want to rip apart his record because they have nothing. They have nothing. All this is a smear piece. It's slander. Who cares? Who cares? But here, we got more stuff from corporate media. Here, we got David Axelrod says that third parties are going to help Trump. And of course, they're going to bring up no labels, which is stupid. But oh no, Trump has benefited from third parties in 2016. No, he didn't, because the Greens and the Libertarians did not win an electoral college vote. Dr. Jill Stein in 2016 didn't get a single electoral college vote for the Green Party. Former Governor Gary Johnson of the Libertarian Party didn't get a single electoral college vote. And by the way, let's say Gary Johnson and Dr. Jill Stein were not in the election. That voting block, what makes you think that they owe the Democrats or Republicans anything? Just saying. Just saying. Shout out to Case Study QB. Be sure to follow him on Twitter.
Your group, No Labels, is preparing a break glass in case of emergency option, basically to try to run a third-party ticket in 2024. And you argue voters are really dissatisfied with both Trump and with President Biden. If Trump does get the nomination here, is No Labels going to go through with this plan to run a third-party candidate? And would you serve on that ticket if they asked you to?
Well, look, I think we're at a point that we've never been in this country where 2/3 of the people are not interested in voting for the Republican or Democratic nominee, the likely nominees. And, it's an overwhelming majority of people are completely fed up with politics. They think Washington is broken. And so even though this normally is not something that we consider and talk about seriously because it hasn't happened in the past, this is something that could happen. We have to wait and see how this campaign plays out. We're a long way off. I don't know that
so is this
at
a
this
yes?
point in time that Trump and Biden.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Again, CNN. Is this a yes? Again, No Labels is not this big maverick idea. It's Democratic and Republican politicians who do insider trading, very pro-corporatist, It's not a third party movement. Seriously, if you're a voter and you let's say you don't like the Greens or the Libertarians, listen, no labels really has no seat for you. No labels has no opinion about you. No labels is not a good idea. It's a bad idea. Biggest mistake I've ever seen. Huge. Dumb.
Trump and Biden are going to do it. But if Trump and Biden are the nominees, it's very likely that no labels will get access to the ballot and will offer an alternative. And, if most of the voters don't want A or B, we have an obligation to give them C, maybe for the good of the country.
But doesn't that potentially just, and I'm going to give you the last word, David Axelrod, but Governor Hogan, doesn't that give, honestly, doesn't that pave the way for Donald Trump? Doesn't that siphon votes?
No, it doesn't, CNN. God, these people are morons. All of them. All of them are stupid. Again, case in point, hey, CNN, Trump gave you the biggest views you got in years from that town hall that good old Kathleen Collins screwed up on, okay? It was the biggest viewership you got. You need Trump more than Trump needs you, CNN. So I'd watch how you're talking.
Votes from Joe Biden and elect the person that you have criticized so heavily?
No, actually, no. That's the Democratic talking points because they're scared to death about this potential opportunity. But no, it's they would only be in it to win it, and they would pull just as many votes from Donald Trump as Joe Biden.
David Axelrod?
Yeah, I mean, I love Larry Hogan, but that's just not true. I think that broken glass will be the jagged edge that cuts the throat of the Biden campaign. History shows that Trump has a high floor and a low ceiling. If you lower the ceiling to where his high floor is good enough to win, he will win. And he benefited from third parties in 2016.
No, again, hey, David, baby, lovely. Sit down here for a minute, buddy. Listen, if Dr. Jill Stein was not running, I was not going to vote for Hill Dog. I was either going to leave it blank, and if I could write in a name, I would have wrote in a name. You see, Democrats, corporate media, how can Dr. Cornel West or the Libertarians steal something that didn't belong to you in the first place? How can they spoil something that's already spoiled? You see, you're coming up with words, and I don't think you understand the meaning of them anymore. No one's afraid. This whole idea of bullying people, like, oh, you got to vote for Biden, you got to vote for Democrat because, or else that makes you a bad person. Well, you know what? I tried being a good person in society. I tried being nice, and you know what? I failed. I'm sorry. I failed. So I embrace it. I'll be your bad guy. I'll be your huckleberry. And I'll encourage my audience to do the same. Vote third party. Again, each of you can vote how you feel. I know we got Democratic voters who watch our show. I know we got Republican voters who watch our show. Don't worry. We're going to convert them too. That's my evil laugh.
This would be a dreadful mistake if the goal is to deprive Donald Trump of the presidency. This is his hope. This is his prayer.
All right, David Axelrod, Larry Hogan.
I know everyone's so afraid. So afraid. But again, these politicians are just scumbags. And of course, we're turning back to good old George Katai. Wasn't a fan of the character Sulu, or wasn't really a fan of how he captained the Excelsior, but that's a story for another day. Again, how can you spell Cornel West's name wrong? I know you know how to spell. I just want to give a shout out to people here. I remember you saying Americans can afford to struggle with higher prices for the sake of the people on Ukraine. Again, you're rich. I got to hit the like button for that one. Shout out to Sabby. Got to read. That's a fire on Phoenix. Turns out if George would have fought, he would have won the election because it turned out he won Florida. In 2016, Jill Stein got less than 1% of the vote. Secondly, how do you know that Stein supporters wouldn't have voted for Clinton? Finally, we don't owe the Democrats our vote. Again, very fire right there. Boom. I would have voted for Dr. Jill Stein instead of Hillary Clinton if I knew about her back then. Very fire. So I'm just saying, again, This is a person that vote blue no matter who sycophants fly to. And again, this is all what corporate media and the Democrats can do. All what they can do is do this. Slander and smear. $500,000 in back taxes. I'm just going to say this out loud for the people in back and for the vote blue no matter who people, just to trigger you. I don't care. And if I can't vote for Dr. Cornel west of the Green Party, then I will vote Libertarian. If I can't vote for the Libertarians, then I will vote for an independent candidate. If I cannot vote for an independent candidate, then I will write somebody's name in. And if I cannot write somebody's name in, I will leave my vote blank for president. And I don't care if Trump is running. I don't care. The only people that do seem to be caring are vote blue no matter who people, because they know that, oh no, Black voters are leaving the Democratic Party. Oh no, Latino voters are leaving the Democratic Party. Oh no, white voters are leaving the Democratic Party. Oh no, women are leaving the Democratic Party. Oh no, everyone's leaving the Democratic Party. As they should.